Good morning, everyone. Hi. What's up? How's your day so far? I hope it's good. My past couple days have been awesome. I have the most amazing boyfriend ever. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. He is so sweet, and we have so much fun together. This weekend, we played some video games, and we cooked together, and it was awesome. I played Fallout 3. Well, we played it. I'm more, sometimes, like, I love playing games sometimes, but I also love watching them, and so it was kind of more like watching with Fallout 3, but I thought it was really fun and really interesting. And I did actually play Halo for the first time, by the way. Never played that before. I never was really sure I wanted to, but like for a while it never sounded interesting, but then he explained to me a little bit about it, and I was like, you know, that doesn't actually sound that bad. So I actually really enjoyed it. It was fun. I mean, I'm not much of a gamer, so first I was kind of just like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But I think I started getting it down, and it was really cool and lots of fun. And it's very helpful to be playing along with him because, you know, we were playing together because, you know, he knows what he's doing for sure, and then he can teach me what to do and help me. So it's really awesome and a lot of fun. Oh god, it was so cool. And we did that a lot on Saturday, and we also made chicken quesadillas. Oh, so good. That's one of our favorite things to make together. You know, tortillas, chicken and cheese. So yummy. And we also watched Lucy, which, by the way, is a very weird movie. Like, both of us were kind of like, what the fuck? But at the same time, we're like, that's interesting, but weird. I'm glad we watched it together, though, because it's one of those movies that I definitely am happy I was watching with him, because it's just like, we have that mutual understanding, like, this is really bizarre, but at least we're not alone. It was really cool. And then come Sunday, oh my gosh, so he made some French toast, which he is like the master of French toast. It's so freaking good. And like, he worked at IHOP for a little bit, but not like with the kitchen area. But seriously, the way he like cuts it and like sets it up and makes it, it's like, oh my god, it looks like it belongs in IHOP, and it was beautiful and tasted delicious. And if any of you who follow me on Facebook have seen that picture, you know what I'm talking about. And so then we also played more Fallout 3 later that day, which was really cool. And there was this one thing called Mothership Zeta, which is like a, gosh, what is it called? Like, it's like an add-on thing or a certain mission that's added on. We were trying to figure out how to get it on his account, because apparently it was on his dad's account, but not the rest of them, even though they played it before that way. So, but he was able to figure out a way. He looked it up and found a way that we actually just need to renew licenses and stuff like that, and then we could put Mothership Zeta. And it was really cool because it was in a spaceship, and that was awesome. Like, I enjoyed that very much. So we did that, and then we went to the store. Actually, his brother and his brother's girlfriend joined us too for that, which was nice. And we got some stuff, some makings for Mexican pizzas, which were really good, which I actually never really had before, which is why he had the idea, like, oh gosh, yeah, we're gonna make this. You have to try it. We made like homemade red sauce, which I'm sure doesn't taste like the regular stuff from like Taco Bell and stuff like that, but it was so good. And so we got the makings for that, and we cooked it up. See, that's, I love cooking with him. Like, I've never been that motivated to cook myself, you know? I mean, it's funny though, because both my parents cook. Both of them do, especially my dad. But I never could like really get into it. It always made me nervous or anxious, but being able to cook with him is so amazing. Like, we have like this perfect like tag team that we do. You know, he usually does like the main cooking stuff, and I do things to help, and I usually cover the dishes afterwards. He's always like, no, you don't have to, and I'm like, you cooked, I'm gonna clean. And he's just like, oh, but that's harder than cooking. I'm like, not necessarily, but no, it's cool because like in that process, he actually teaches me a lot of things too, and I think that's awesome. That's one thing I've always needed in my life, is someone that motivates me and like can teach me things about cooking and that stuff. And so we have such a wonderful system, and I've never enjoyed, like, cooking before that, you know. I never was. I remember specifically when I was in high school and I had to take a home ec class. I don't think it was even called home ec. I don't remember what it was called. But, I had to cook something. Like, I was assigned to, like, cook something that related to my heritage. And my dad's side of the family is Danish. And I wish I could have just cooked up a dessert, but no. Like, they wanted, like, a full, like, entree, and I think a dessert, too. What did I do for the dessert part? I don't remember. Yeah, we would get partners, basically, and we had to do our own thing and write out our binder with recipes and stuff and do research. And I did some sort of, like, I don't remember. I just remember it was, like, a hamburger with onions on it. I can't remember what exactly it was, but I remember doing that and getting so stressed out. Well, like, my mom was helping me and everything, but I was just like, oh my god, I don't know how to do this! Ah! And it sounds so simple, but I was also younger then, and the idea of cooking kind of stressed me out already as it was. But, I just remember, like, not having fun with that, and I think I screwed up something too, and then, like, but my partner liked it. Like, the worst part is, though, we have to, like, bring it and reheat it at school for our partner to try it and, like, do their whole, like, you know, analysis on it and what they thought of it and if it was yummy. Hers was, like, Italian food. I remember that. She had, like, Caesar salad and, like, pasta and these really delicious, I forgot what they're called, but they're, like, these little dessert roll things that are, like, really creamy and, like, sweet. Oh, so good. But, so, yeah, that was kind of my extent of, like, cooking stuff when I was younger, and so I never really liked it, but now I enjoy it a lot. Like, especially with Justin, mainly with Justin, because we just make it so much fun, and it's really fun to dance around the kitchen while I'm helping him. Oh, gosh, it was great. And, you know, this morning I woke up to a text from him with a picture that he sent of him smiling before he went to sleep last night. And it was just adorable. I think it really made my day. I just felt so happy today because of it. I'm like, ah. And I sent him a picture when I got up saying, good morning, with a smile. So it was awesome. And, yeah, he's doing really well. And I'm excited for this week. It's gonna be lots of fun. And today, what do I have planned today? School. I have sociology class, which, by the way, not gonna brag or anything, but I got a 93.5 out of 100 on my first exam in that class. That's a big deal for me, like a big deal, because usually, especially my first exams and quarters, are not very good. But this time, it was awesome. We also had a full page of extra credit. But you know what? That's besides the point. Which were actually really fun questions. I think I talked about it. But they were random things like, what did we do for this demonstration in class? Or what was your favorite thing that we've done in class? And it was so, but some things were actually related to, like, sociology and extra things. And so it definitely made sure, like, we just lost my train of thought. We definitely made sure that there was still some regular questions about the actual topic, but it was really fun. And then I think the last thing she asked was, what was the funniest or the most awkward thing that's happened in class so far? And I think, I don't know how, I mean, it was awkward for the guys more than anything, but it was also really funny. We had this demonstration of, like, ethics, I guess, or, Etic in boys' bathrooms. Like, we had this scenario, you come into a boys' bathroom and there's 3 urinals, just open. There's no stall, it's just urinals. This was just a thing that she threw together. Which one do you choose? And she, like, went through to ask the guys, and there was one point she's like, I need to ask for volunteers, and we had, like, the PowerPoint or the slide up, and it had 3 urinals. And so she had volunteers say, okay, which one would you choose if you came to the situation? And he went over to one of them and was pretending like he was peeing. It was so funny. And I think that was what I wrote about in my thing, that it was funny. But no, it was great. I'm really proud of that score. I'm excited to see what my paper score is. I hope it's okay. That was a stressful process trying to get that turned in last Friday, but we did it. But also today later we have I'm going to rehearsals a little early because we have to move a bunch of stuff into Carlson, which is the theater that we're performing in for our show. It's the bigger theater. My school has 2 theaters. There's one that's called Stopgap, and it's basically black box theater, which is like square and black, you know, with curtains on the side. Well, curtains kind of, I don't know. It's one of those things you can move it around a lot and like change the shape of it if you need to. And so that's where we've been rehearsing. And now we're going to Carlson, which I don't think it's theater in the round necessarily, but it has that like, I can't remember the exact words for it. Because theater in the round usually I think is all the way around it completely. And then there's like more front facing, and there's like risers. It is a circular stage. So I'm gonna call it theater in the half round because I don't remember exactly what the name was for it. But there is like all these, you know, there's a lot of, I was gonna say bleachers, but they're not bleachers. They're not bleachers. The chairs in that kind of like, you know, going down and looking down at the stage. It's really cool, it's really big, and I am super excited to actually start rehearsing in there because then we can really start getting a feel for like that theater and that shape, you know, and like take our scenes and our dances that we've learned and figure out exactly how they're going to work in that space specifically, because our dance studio is definitely bigger than that theater. I mean, definitely bigger than the stage, not the theater. The theater is huge, but I mean like, but the stage is not that big. So we're gonna have to, we might have to make some adjustments with our dances and stuff, so hopefully it won't be too much. I'm sure, I mean, I think our cast could stretch across most of it, I don't know. Because there's things where like we're in like one line for dances. But anyways, that's gonna be exciting. I have been like really like stiff lately. Like not, like, I noticed that I can't stretch as well as I used to, and I think I was talking to Justin about this, and he suggested that I start like really starting to stretch a lot more, because with dancing, and my hand has been kind of sore for some reason, down to my elbow a little bit, and I'm thinking it might be from doing round-offs for my show. You know, that's a pretty ooh, sorry, I just noticed the time. Ooh, I probably have to go soon. Anyways, no, my arm's been sore, and I think it might be from round-offs, which is to be expected. I remember dealing with the same thing, but also when I broke my right wrist when I was 8, ever since then it's like it gets sore sometimes, so if something's triggered in my hand or like somewhere in my forearm, my wrist starts to ache, so I'm just really hoping that's not the case. But I think I'm gonna try stretching more. Anyways, I gotta go. I have a bus to catch in like 10 minutes. I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will most likely see you tomorrow, or at least soon, right? Bye!